Welcome to the Junctions podcast. And our first official series is specifically on weight loss, metaphysics and weight loss. So there's a lot to cover today, but first I just kind of want to get the background of what had me be inside of the metaphysics and weight loss. I am a bona fide yo-yo dieter, former yo-yo dieter, and also someone who has been on a quest to find lasting results. And that came to me through really my studies in metaphysics. Applying metaphysics to my weight loss finally made a lasting difference. And I wanted to see if it was possible for others as well. So to back up a bit, I do have a group on Facebook. We had been meeting for almost, I think it's 9 or 10 years now. And we do these 12-week challenges where everybody throws 20 bucks in the pot and whoever loses 8% of their body weight in the 12 weeks gets to split the pot. So a lot of consistency in terms of what's predictable in the world of weight loss. Nobody's told what to eat, how to do it. Everyone's really on their own journey. And all that the group is doing, the Facebook group really is a support system, an accountability system. When I started to take metaphysics and I started to really see my life as more than just my body and the food and the working out, and I integrated into a different shift of perspective, I started to see something new and something new that was possible. But it took something. So it took meditation, it took visualization through the manifesting process. I wanted to know if it was possible that if it would work for me, could it work for others? So I gathered people together. I created a program, a 12-week program that I asked people to follow. And it started off with I needed three things from people: 5 minutes of meditation, another 5 minutes of visualization. The visualization really came in the form of their future self, what they wanted to look and feel. And then thirdly, I created a powerful source document that they had to read every single day to help shift their mindset. And the accountability each week was the same. So they had to weigh in each week. They couldn't miss more than 2 weigh-ins. And I was so shocked and surprised that not only was the average weight loss probably about 5 pounds more, but people hit their weight loss goal a week earlier than predictable. And people were directly thanking me for the study. And that's when I knew, okay, this is something, not only did it work for me, but it also worked for other people. How do I get this out here? So the course is available, and it's really for people who are interested in that investment in themselves. It's daily check-ins. It's about a half hour a day, but it's a half hour for you. And it's for you and something you really want, which is weight loss. So um, the structure is there, the accountability is there. And so alongside of the course being available, I really wanted a podcast that could have me share the metaphysical principles and how you can apply it to your life, and be inspired and empowered at the same time. So you could download this, listen to this over and over again, and really have it integrate into who you are and your new way of looking at life. So that's the why of the podcast. And the structure of it will be 12 weeks, which coincides to the 12 weeks of the program. So as we delve into what the course is going through, the podcast is going to also complement. So super excited about that. So let's get into it. Let's really start with laying the foundation. The first week of the metaphysics course is starting off with A, understanding metaphysics, B, really getting you. What is it you want in your life? You're going to hear this over and over again from me. I'm not here to tell you what to do. You are going to find out for yourself what fits for you. And that is the heart and soul of metaphysics is it's your inner journey. Okay, so let's start off with what I call viewing life through the four quadrants. So not only do we have our physical self, our body, but we also have our thinking mind, our realm of thoughts. And we also have a realm of emotions and sensations. And then finally, we have a non-physical self, which I attune it to being like an awareness, a more spiritual connection. And so with the four quadrants, we really see how in metaphysics they all work with each other. No one is separate from another. We can't have one impact and not have it impact the other quadrants. So it's really a great place to start to try to see viewing life in the four quadrant process and really getting to see how when we have a thought, how does it impact our emotions? How does it impact our body and our sensations? And how does it impact our view of life and our spiritual realm? So that's where it gets really, really exciting. Okay. And the notion that we are more than just our thoughts and our feelings and our body. So imagine closing your eyes and not having a thought in the world, closing our eyes and not having a feeling of anything, and then closing our eyes and actually feeling disconnected from our body for a moment. Like, what's still there then? Can you see that beyond your thoughts and your feelings and your body, you really are still there? Like, who you really are is still there. And that is what I would maybe call awareness or the observer, consciousness. There's lots of terms that people use, but when we can get to that place, that who we really are is more than our body, we are more than our thoughts, and we are more than our emotions. We are something greater. And that something greater is connected directly to something even greater than that, which has been called many names: source, universe, universal intelligence, God. There's so many names to really try to encompass this vast sense that there is something bigger than us. Could be something bigger at play. And that connection to the divine is where metaphysics meets our life. And so, one of the factors of the metaphysics course is that we are on a journey of co creation with the universe. So, not only are we more than our body, thoughts, and feelings, we are this beautiful, all encompassing awareness connected to this vast, infinite, pure potential. So knowing that that is a place that we can play in and lean into and feel out and be like, wow, what is even possible inside this space? So if we knew that we were more than our circumstances, more than our environment, more than whatever's happening this, what day is it? Friday or whatever day it is, like we are more than the moment we're experiencing. And where the power of connecting to this vast, expansive place, it really takes us on a brand new journey. Now imagine trying to lose weight. How does this even play? Well, this is where it gets really beautiful. Inside of our traditional conversation about diet and exercise, you can kind of see that there's a heaviness towards it being in I call it the 3D world, the world that exists outside of us. So commercials, TV, social media, um, diet and exercise. You're talking about the physical food in the real world, exercises and picking up physical weights. So I hope you get the idea that a lot of how we think we are to lose weight is reflected really only in the physical realm. So eat right and exercise is in the physical realm. And that's great. But why is it that sometimes when we eat right and exercise, it doesn't work? So could there be more at play here? I assert that absolutely yes, that our thoughts and our emotions are playing a part here. And what are we observing? Who are we observing? How do we see what's possible is playing a part here? So there's a lot more than meets the eye. And this is where metaphysics becomes really, really exciting, because what could stop us, what did stop us in the past, is now possibly not going to stop us in the future. And that's why this podcast was really developed, was to really see beyond what we've experienced in our past. So how do we start with the metaphysics course? It really begins with our what and our why. So what do we want? Why do we want it? And guess what? The universe will take care of the how and the when. So when we co-create with the universe, look at it like they're waiting for our order. They're waiting for our request. What is it that we are looking for? Where are we headed? What are we interested in? And the whole first week of the course is really crafting your why and your what. So let's talk about that. If we were getting in a car and we didn't know where we were going, it would be pretty interesting ride, because we would just wander. Well, same with manifestation. The more specific we are, the more clear we are, the quicker the journey. So why we spend a week is because I really want you to get connected to what it is that lights you up. So it might start with a certain weight that you want to weigh, and that is great. Then my next question would be, why? Why that number? And start to ask yourself, yeah, why that number? Well, because it A, B, C, D, E. So what I'm listening for always is, how does it make you feel? I want to feel with you. And what I'm listening for is, the more lit up and inspired you are, the more we're on track. So it might take some time for you to ask yourself this question and sit with it. Over time, when you sit down, it might take some journaling. You might want to close your eyes and just put a timer on for like 5-10 minutes and sit and just close your eyes and ask yourself, if I could have it anyway, like if really there was no object, what would you want? We can go huge and big with this. Like, let's just go all the way to the end. Like, I want to be a bikini model, a fitness professional, or I want to wear a leather bikini in Hawaii. I don't know. Or it could be, I'd be happy to lose 5 pounds. I haven't lost 5 pounds in 9 years. And even just saying I could lose 5 pounds would be a miracle for me. And there is no right or wrong here. It's really what lights you up. If losing 5 pounds for you would feel like you won the lottery, then you did win the lottery. So go with what lights you up and inspires you. And if there's moments of judgment or doubt, or, oh, there's no way, let's just say thank you for sharing. I am on to something else right now, because it's not uncommon when we create something new that a little voice in the head starts to go, I don't know, because remember 4 years ago, blah, 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 blah. So limited beliefs will show up, and that's for definitely more podcasts. But for now, we're just getting started. So that's why we're giving it a week, because every day, just go back to your notes and refine and maybe highlight or circle things that are really sticking out for you, certain words that you say. For instance, one word that really lit me up, and I didn't even realize it, was the word flourish. It came out of my mouth one day, and it was like, whoo, like I felt it in my body, this word flourish. I was like, I need to write that down. Like something just happened there. And so that's how it can start. So what is it that you're wanting? It could be visual. Like you could really like, I see myself putting on a certain pair of pants with these shoes and this jacket. And oh my gosh. And it's like, okay, what does that feel like walking down the street or going and getting groceries or showing up at your work or going to a movie, dinner, like just really playing it like a movie, rewinding and fast forwarding and really getting yourself into the world of that future. Start capturing it, writing it out, and then each day you go back to that and just keep either adding, removing, refining. So that's week one is just getting your what and your why. The other piece and why it's so important is like usually when we're starting something new is when we have the most gumption, the most excitement. Imagine January 1st. We are lit up. Well, what happens is there's this special place that we're in right now where we're motivated and inspired. That's gold. And the more you can sit when you're actually inspired and capture, that actually could be your life preserver later on if you hit a roadblock and you feel down and out and you're starting to be like, I don't know, and you were having negative thoughts. You know what the life preserver is going to be? It's the what and the why that you created now. So the more juicy and lit up and inspired you can be with those special words that brighten you up is going to be when you throw it to yourself in the future to catch, you will grip it that much quicker and it will remind you that much faster and create even a more impact later. So we're giving ourselves the gold now to help us later. So we don't want to skimp out. And the most beautiful thing about this is as you go on your journey, you get to say what lights you up. Things might start to shift and change, and all of a sudden, new possibilities show up. And before you know it, you're crafting a bigger why. One of the great moments I remember having is, and I don't know why, but tucking in a shirt for me and showing my belt was gonna be the most liberating and scary experience because I couldn't imagine actually like I could see it, but also there would be these like, oh my gosh, so bold and audacious. And and then one morning there I was and I had my pants on and I had bought a belt and I thought, okay, I'll just try it on and just see. So I tucked my shirt in and I put the belt on and I was like, it felt so good. It didn't feel how I thought it would. It actually felt like how I envisioned it all those times before. So out I went outside my bedroom and walked down my stairs with my shirt tucked in and my belt showing. And it was like, there it was, something I never thought was possible happened actually with quite a lot of ease and excitement. So that's the excitement that we're after here. So one of the things in the journey itself, and this is the last point, is that now what? So you start with your what and your why. And when we start to integrate meditation and visualization and really giving us that gift and that investment into ourselves by slowing down our mind and slowing down our thoughts to allow this new vision to marinate, what will begin to happen is when we're in the real world, we are building a relationship with the universe and we are basically saying to the universe, this is the future I'm interested in. Let's explore this. Let's do this. What we're now wanting to take on is a listening for. So imagine it's like a treasure hunt. You wake up at the day and you go about your day, and what you're really listening for and looking for is the hints that the universe is giving you to have you find your vision to become the reality. So it's sitting out in the universe as pure potential. I want to have that for my life, and I want to pull that towards me. And the universe says, okay, here we go. Let's do this together. The universe will start to conspire to work with you to have this happen. Now, it could happen today. It could happen a year from now. We really don't know, because the universe is going to be the how and the when. We're along for the ride as a co-creator. So one of the steps that you're going to be taking is what's called inspired action. So I call action is just plain old action. Anyone can just do the dishes, but can someone be inspired when they do the dishes? That's a different kind of person. So we're looking for inspired action. So what does that look like? In your meditations, in your visualization, when we sit and connect to what it is that we're up to and where we're headed, what we're listening for is something that lights us up. If you sit long enough, there'll be a moment where you're like, I can't sit anymore. I got to get going. I got to get doing something. And so that's the idea will get planted in your mind. You'll all of a sudden get a thought or a feeling or a flash, or something will occur on the TV, social media. It'll be around you. It'll be in your realm, and it will light up and pull you. It's almost like arrows going right here, look here. When you see something and you're inspired to act on it, that's your move. That's your move. So if I get a inspired action to phone someone, to check out a gym that I looked at, or a recipe pops up on my page that has me go, that's interesting. Or you bump into someone that you haven't seen in a long time. Like it happens in so many amazing ways that we could never create it if we tried. But when we feel it and we get lit up by it and we are inspired to act and we actually take action in that moment, we are one step closer. And like I say, it's like a treasure hunt. You're looking for the next move. And I've done this so many times. I have put my faith in the universe so many times that it is just magic that occurs when we really co-create, trust, and have faith that the universe does provide for us and it does have our back. And when we can surrender and trust that the universe will provide for us the steps, and we take action in that and we get guided by it, it's like magic and miracles. So this week, your assignment is to sit down and really craft your what and your why. Then you're going to commit to a daily 5-minute meditation, 5 minutes of visualization. And that visualization can be in the form of just closing your eyes and connecting to your vision statement. It could be that you just read your vision statement. You could create a vision board where you're putting pictures up of all the things that light you up and inspire you. It really is, how do you keep your vision alive, real, and and when I say real, I mean like real, like it's actually going to happen real. So this week, it's really about creating your what and your why, and also taking about 30 minutes for yourself to meditate, visualize, and invest in your future that you really are wanting to manifest in this lifetime. If you want more structured support outside of the podcast, you absolutely can go to the junction.today/thrive and register, sign up for our 12-week metaphysics weight loss study replay, where literally every day you can meditate, visualize, read the source document, get yourself the clips of insights and tidbits from me that allow you to really stay in the game, give yourself that commitment, but ultimately the accountability and structure that is so important to staying in a game it's not an easy journey. And I'm here to support you, cheer you on, because it's absolutely possible. So if you have any questions, please reach out. And I really hope you enjoyed this podcast. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And each week I will share with you new content. So stay tuned. Thank you so much. Have a great week.